Hello, in this video we are going to show you the technique used while braiding your hair. We are going to have a buja, long abuja, and the brand is Darling. And on our client today we are going to use 6 pieces. The reason why we are going to have 6 pieces is because the client desired the size that she wants, and since the size that she wants, it's going to take us 6 pieces. We start by protecting the client's neck by putting on the towel. Make sure you place it well. Undo any attached hair bands on the hair. Make sure you comb the hair first before you start parting the portions. I'm going to use a different comb. The reason why I'm going to use this comb because it's going to give me a clear section. After combing, make sure you have a hair band whereby you can hold the hair or a hair clip. By this, it helps you to manage the hair well. From there, you're going to pick your first piece of braid. You take your braiding cream, just a little bit, not too much. With the braiding cream, it helps you manage the braid well, and it also smoothens the braid up until it penetrates well on the braid. From here, you'll take your braid and put it aside on your client's shoulder. Then we start with the parting. We'll section line by line because we are going to show you how to braid hair using the technique called pick and drop. By sectioning, as we said earlier, the client prefers smaller size, so we are going to portion them bits by bits. You have to make sure that your line is clear, and also the portions that you pick, they're almost the same. You take your portion according to the size of the hair. Once you've portioned the hair, the braid, you part in 2. Then from there, the next step, you join the 2 together. You hold the hair, your preferred size, and from the bottom, attach the joint to the root. From there, from your right, take it slow down and pick. Divide the 2 and pick. And pick. And you continue. We are not going to do the finishing because we still have to attach more on the line itself. So we are going to leave this one like this. Again, you section, make it as clear as possible. Always try to make sure that the sizes are the same. You portion your braid. And again, the same technique we used earlier, you part into 2 halves. Again, you join and hold. Slowly, pick, part, pick from behind, again, pick, and you continue. Use your index finger to lift it up so that it can make the braid tighter, and also it can serve your client for long. When the braid is tighter, it gives your client more service, so she can stay with the braid for long. You pick the hair from the root, attach your braid. From your right, turn it, pick with your middle finger, the 2, divide into, pick, with your index finger, lift it up, with your middle finger, pick it from down, up, with your middle finger, pick it from down. down. Now we move to the next line, whereby since we have 5 portions of our braided hair, we are going to make another line whereby there are going to be extra portions. If you start with 4 portions, the next line it's going to be 5 or 6, depending on the size that you're sectioning. So in this video, we are going to show you the technique how to arrange the braids while braiding. As you can see, I explained earlier how to arrange our braiding technique. The first one, we started with 5, the first line. The second line, you keep on adding from 5 to 6, as you can see. The third line, from 6 to 8. It keeps on increasing each line. So that means after we are done, that's the time now we are going to complete the whole finishing. Now this is the first pack that we've finished, which takes 1, 2, and 3 lines. Then we move to the next packet. Now this is how our client looks like before we finalize the style itself. We've done the whole head, as you can see. Then what we are left with is the finishing, where I will show you how it's done. So right now, from the earlier I showed you the 6 pieces that we had, and this is the last one of the 6. So we are going to attach the last one, then I show you how to do the finishing. Try to make sure that your line is clear enough. You split into halves. So this is the final braiding. As you can see, we've arranged them according to the sizes that we started with. It's really not a must you finish the whole packet, so long as you've achieved your desired style. Sometimes we normally have leftover braids, so it's not a mistake if you have any leftovers. You might want to use them some other time. You attach. As you continue, you can see our client. She has leaned back. It's because when you get at the front part, instead of you straining, you can kindly ask your client to try and lean back so that you become comfortable and the style can be manageable also. Once you get used to it, trust me, it's going to be much easier for you, and it's going to save more time because you'll be used to it and taking it quicker. Now from here As you can see, our style is not yet complete. So in this case, we are going to continue with the finishing, whereby you have to take one by one, like this now, and you continue where you left. Like I said, your index finger.
Can you just go a bit slow?
With this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I said, with the index finger and the middle finger. You hold from up, pick, from down. Hold, up, pick, down. With your thumb, basically it's you hold with your thumb, you pick with your index finger, and you also pick from back with your middle finger. Hold. By doing this, your style is going to last for long, and trust me, your client will come back always. Now, the reason why we normally don't start and finish from the start, it's because fixing takes a lot of time and finishing takes less time. So in this case, if you have somebody else to help you out, it's going to be easier for that person to do the finishing while you do the fixing. The reason why it's done like that, because we're trying to save time, and so we start by fixing, then later when you have somebody else, you can help each other to do the finishing. Now this is our final look. As you can see, from the front hairline, and also inside. And last but not least, the finishing. Now, after we are done with our client's style, we are going to prepare hot water. Then we are going to release the tension from the scalp, because most of the time when you braid hair from the root itself, you'll find it's too tight, and most of the clients, they're uncomfortable with the tightness. They find it very uncomfortable because the tension is too much. So we are going to release the tension with the hot water and a towel. This is our hot water. You don't have to keep it close to the client. You just dip the towel gently. Make sure you don't burn yourself. Just a little bit at the tip. You put your jug aside and you press. Don't press with your bare hands. Once you press, make sure it's not too hot for the client, so you try and test the temperature. Once you feel it's good enough, then you press from the root. Gently. Take the other side. By parting gently like this, it's going to release the tension. Again, from behind, since we haven't held it up, we are going to release the tension. Try gently. If your client is uncomfortable, she will let you know. That is, if the heat is too much. Then from there, you put your towel aside, and then you arrange them going backwards. Only the tips, not too much. for a few seconds. That is 3 seconds. And you let it down. Make sure you have your towel ready. Slightly. You put your jug away again. Kindly don't rub. We have unwanted hair, and so this we'll have to cut them out. We are going to cut the tips where you see we have some knots that are unwanted. For a clear finish, make sure you don't cut too much, because also you have to mind the client length, the length that she wanted, the desired length, and then we have it. Now we are done. You're going to ask your client to sit comfortably at the right position, and we do the final finish. The final finish, I'm going to take the 4-in-1 braid spray. This one prevents itchy scalp, and also it moisturizes and conditions and prevents also hair breakage. So we are going to use this one to spray our client's scalp. Try not to get it close. I like to use the 4-in-1 braid spray, Darling brand, because it works also on my head. You lift up so that you get the ones which are underneath. This one also helps the client. We have clients who normally don't use hair food, so this one also can help on that. It keeps the scalp also shinier. Then from there, if your client wishes a desired style to be held, then you can do it. But for today, our client, she wishes her hairstyle to go down, and that is what we are going to do. Try to comb it with your fingers and arrange them well and neat. The good thing with the braiding, once the tension goes away, she can still come back for a desired style. So it's always best, you can ask your client if she'll be comfortable to tie it up as soon as 1 week is done, because the tension normally goes away after 1 week. It's a long-lasting style whereby your client doesn't have to comb her hair all the time. So she can style it the way she wants, or she can come back to you and you can do the styling for her. Thank you.